I'm here with Mirabelle today to talk about what's really important in life. And for me, I had a morning where I woke up and there were on Patreon I had lost a couple of patrons, and that always saddens me because I feel so much support from the people that are standing there with me. A couple of other things just had kind of gone wrong, and I was feeling a little down.
Yeah,
and
I can understand that. Sometimes it happens to me too.
Yeah. And so I'd turned on some music that to me is very kind of uplifting or spiritual, and I was meditating. And it was a long song, about 15 minutes long. And Mirabelle came up behind me.
I was actually sent upstairs to brush my teeth,
Yeah.
and so I was like, well, I might as well just go sit with Dad. Mom won't mind.
Well, that's the thing, Mirabelle, is that, you had other stuff that you could have been doing, but you saw that I was in a place where I could use some help and support. And you came up and you sat there with me for the whole time that I meditated. You just kind of put your head on my shoulder. And I started to reflect on, especially as adults, how often we have things that seem so important, and we can have these goals or these aspirations or just things that we feel like, are obligations we have to catch up on. But often we put those things in front of the stuff that supposedly all of that stuff is supposed to be supporting. The reason we go to work or earn money or try to do all these things, hopefully, is so that we can have, for instance, time with our family and have that interconnection. So my question for you, Mirabelle, is as adults, what advice do you have, or how would you guide people to remember what's really important?
I just come up and say, you want to do this? And if they say no, I say, okay, what about later? And then I'm just like, okay, it's fine if it doesn't happen today. Be open.
Be open?
Yeah.
To be open.
Like, just to be open.
Because often we can kind of become closed and think, oh, I must do this.
Yeah, and just be open to, be like, why don't I go off and I can do that later? Just be open.
It's funny. I think that often that's difficult to remember because there's, again, as adults, often there's this driving need to get things done. And we can forget that simple thing that, do I have to answer that email right now?
I just remember that there's always different things and, yeah, just different things that you could be doing that maybe would make you happier than doing emails.
That's a very good point. Right? Because often those things, we're just doing them like, oh, I've got to get it done.
Yeah, like, I gotta get this done. And you could be having an adventure with your family or be playing a game. And you don't always have to be catching up or writing back emails or checking your emails. You could be doing funner things that you might actually enjoy more than doing that.
I think sometimes it's tough to remember that, those things will get done. There's times to do them.
Yeah.
But there's also these moments in our life that come in where, where a child says, hey, would you like to engage with me? And is that really the moment to choose, answering that text on our phone or finishing chopping the wood for the wood pile? Or could we take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, a half hour and engage with that person that's trying to engage with us?
Yeah.
I think Mom talks about, it helps her sometimes to say, okay, you know, if there's a question in her head of what she should do, she'll say, okay, I have 5 minutes left of life. What am I going to choose to do? Am I going to choose to, you know, stop and engage with this person? Or am I going to choose to get this thing done that I feel needs to get done? And over in our adult lives, I think we make that choice to do the thing that we think needs to get done. And then we forget, sometimes neglecting, for instance, our wife, our husband, or for years, and never really engaging with them because we're so busy doing these other things. And as a child, you seem to know always what's important. Right? Which is being together, which is talking to people, which is like tasting your food, which is going for a little hike in the woods.
Yeah, that actually sounds really fun.
So, well, thank you, Mirabelle.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that was very appreciated this morning, and it really helped me to remember what is important. And I hope this little video that you and I put together can help some of you out there to remember that we're given these choices all the time. And what will we choose? And that's up to us in each moment. But I think often we know what the real choice is.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so Liliana, what do you think how do we remember what's really important in life? How do we remember?
Love?
Love?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Nature?
Nature. Thank you. Do you want to say, I love you?
Bye!